This is how Peterbot beat the cheating allegations. For a long time, Peterbot was called a cheaterbot. Any discussions about him eventually led to him being a cheater. But why he was called a cheater? Well, let's see the complete story. Peterbot started as a console player in 2019 and became extremely good at Fortnite in very little time. Then he switched to PC in 2020 and started playing as a professional player, eventually winning an FNCS 2022. But then the community clips of him being a cheater went viral. Well, to his defense, all the clips were from the Leggy Spectre games, but few of them were looking actually very sus. So community believed what they wanted, that he was in fact a cheater, and eventually nicknamed him as a cheaterbot. This is due to the common human nature that instead of accepting that someone is better than yourself, it is very usually easy to say that opponent won by unfair means. So one after one, many streamers and content creators started accusing him of cheating when they died on the hands of Peterbot. These accusations only grew bigger since he only won the tournaments when he was playing from home, on his very own PC. And whenever he played at LAN, his team sucked, placing very poorly on the leaderboard. But 2024 was going to change that. This happened when he played in FNCS LAN tournament with his teammate Paulo. In this tournament, they were incredibly consistent throughout the first day. Dropping for Emma First Medallion and rotating for the Forecast Tower made their game very easy, as the Emma First Medallion gave them wall hacks and Forecast Tower gave information about the zones. This combined with their incredible building and fighting mechanics eventually made them being placed on the top of the leaderboard. But on the second day, everyone knew what these guys were up to, which made other teams to change their strategy by avoiding them and denying any storm surge damage. So the Peterbot and Paulo struggled to reach the last circle and eventually getting 0 point in one game. So they were placed in a tough spot after the first couple of games, as Busy and Thomas actually came closer and closer in the leaderboard, which forced Peterbot and Paulo to take risks. Well, when there is a risk, there is a reward, as well as the failure. So in game number 9, they played a little differently, gathering the storm surge damage efficiently, but Paulo was killed in a tough situation, in a must-win game for them, as the Quizzy and Thomas actually picked up so much point and eventually got the first place during the game. But Peterbot being the GOAT, he solo clutched the game and retained their first place. In game number 10, both teams, Peterbots and Thomas HDs, got the same points, and once again the race for the top spot on the leaderboard was still on, as the Quizzy and Thomas HD needed only one good game to take the first place. As Peterbot knew that if they were to stay on the top of the leaderboard, they also needed to perform consistently and take good points in game number 11. So they took the risk, and as I said, when there is a risk, there can be a failure or a win. This game, the Quizzy lands on the top of the Paulo, completely surprising him and kicks him into the lobby, leaving Peterbot once again alone, and they also lost them a first medallion. Well, Peterbot was not gonna sit tight because it was the do or die situation, as they needed a big game to safely start game number 12, which was the final game. So Peterbot continued to look for the opportunity and taking risk. In this particular game, he jumps surprisingly to the back of the Teeny and completely obliterates him, following with rituals. And in a matter of time, he steals the medallion again from the Thomas HD when he kills Rapid. Thomas HD and Quizzy were still alive in the final circle, and if they won, they would be on the top of the leaderboard. So in the last closing circle, Thomas HD makes the play. He drops from the height to the back of the zone, thinking that no one should be there, which is usually true, but Peterbot, outthinking everyone, comes from the outside of the zone and knocks the Thomas HD from behind. Meanwhile, Quizzy kills Bugga, leaving both the top teams in a 1v1 situation for the win. Well, Peterbot, being much more skilled than Quizzy, wins the game despite being on the low ground, ending the game with a world record for the highest solo elimination victory royale in the history of Fortnite. In the final game, again the situation was tight for both of them, as both the teams got good points in game number 11, but Quizzy and Thomas HD got greedy and died early game, giving a technically free win to Peterbot. But Peterbot, being a GOAT, finished the game number 12 with a stunning victory royale and finally won the FNCS in LAN, beating all the accusations. Well, this story is heavily focused on Peterbot, but we still have to give massive credit to Paulo for his incredibly consistent performance throughout the tournament, landing second highest elimination on the chart. But Peterbot's elimination was so much higher that he overshadowed Paulo's performance. So this was the complete story how the Peterbot beat all the cheating allegations. Thanks for watching, and please like and sub for future videos. See you in the next video.